I requested a right to sue letter from the EEOC because after a year of my case being with their firm, I had not met with the investigator. Um, After a year, basically, he was too busy to meet, and Vanguard had refused to meet for any of the mediation session. At that point, I drew the conclusion that the EEOC was being used to delay um, the case rather than help. Um, and then, and while that was taking place, I was still experiencing criminal harassment, having my property destroyed, being dragged to court for, you know, ridiculous claims. But I digress. I go back to the EEOC. In February, I requested the right to sue letter from the firm and notified them that I was bringing my case before the court. I followed up in April of 2016 and was told that Vanguard had actually requested the file, so it was not available. I was told that I would be notified when it was ready. I got a call on May 9th from a supervisor at the EEOC saying that she would notify me when the file was ready. It is now the 23rd, and I still don't have that file. So why a delay? Why would there be a delay with that file? There's a delay with that file to allow enough time to cover up fraud. There are false documents in that file. There are false accusations from Vanguard. I would be willing to bet my entire bank account that there's false documents, created documents, manufactured documents within that file. And I can only solidify these allegations by having those documents in my hand. And of course, the documents would be helpful to me. I anticipate that Vanguard is going to, as they do with all their cases, try to get the charges dismissed, get the case dismissed. And it'll be then upon me to file a response for the case to move forward. The delay, I'm sure, will coincidentally, the timing will work out so that I may not get that file until it's too late, or it doesn't give me ample time to really formulate a proper response. But fraud is the reason for the delay with those documents. And I plan to do a series on the various types of fraud. I've had systemic mail fraud, just the very basic of trying to get communication from businesses, from the EEOC, from the Attorney General. When you have a county attorney, high-ranking county attorney involved, when you have people of power that's involved, that's committing fraud, it basically creates an impossible situation. I just had the last defendant's lawyer tell me that they mailed me the right to sue, not right to sue, the notice of waiver, service of waiver, and the form did not get to me. And those are the typical types of fraud that have played out in this case. Now, I've listed them all online, and I plan to, when I create my document and my response, to document all these incidents. But as I said in the first portion of my video, it's baffled at how you go up against a firm that's willing to engage and has the tools to just blatantly commit fraud of every kind.